Hey guys, so today I'm going to do something a little different. This week I'm going to give you a countdown of my top 10 favorite songs of all time. Now, 9 of these top 10 songs have been in my brain for years. I've known about them, probably for over 10 years, with the exception of one that just entered the top 10 in 3 months ago. So you'll notice a recurring theme here. I'm a huge fan of classic rock and R&B music. And if anyone has any suggestions for other classic rock R&B, I'd be very happy to listen to it. And another note is all of these songs, with the exception of number 1, all the numbers 2 through 10 are all interchangeable. Like number 2 could just as easily be number 10 depending on my mood. So the top 10 are really just the way I feel about them right now at this very moment. So that could change, that could fluctuate next week, except for number 1. Number 1 will always be number 1. So I'm going to start at number 10 and let me know what you think. Number 10, One More Time by Daft Punk.
One more time.
Yeah, Daft Punk is just one of my favorite groups, and they have so many classics that I love. The other one that everyone knows is Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and that one's a great one too. But for me, One More Time just always sticks out as it's the classic dance song. It is played at the end of every bar mitzvah, every sweet 16, every quinceañera, every wedding. It's just the song that lets people know this is the last time you're going to be able to get out on that dance floor. And for me, every time it's been the last day of a school year or my last day on a job or something, I always play that song to key it up in my head that, hey, this is it. This is your last time. And I guess I've just signaled it in my brain as to associate it with the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. So One More Time. Number 9, Fantasy by Earth, Wind & Fire.
Come to sing victory in the land of fantasy, loving like a new decree, bringing mind to everlasting liberty.
Yeah, Earth, Wind & Fire is just incapable of writing bad songs. Every song they write is so groovy, it's so danceable, it's so rhythmic, it's got, the brass is just unbeatable. And so I had it down to between September and Fantasy, but there's something about Fantasy that just takes you into another world, and I can listen to it 1,000 times and never get tired of it. I first played it on the piano in my middle school jazz ensemble when we performed it at Six Flags Great Adventure for a Music in the Parks program, and I just always think about those fond memories when I think of the song. And Maurice White, God bless that man's soul, how he is able to hit those high notes with precision is just so beyond me. Number 8, Be Thankful for What You Got by William DeVaughn.
Just be thankful, yeah, for what you've got. You may not have a real silk suit.
This guy's a one-hit wonder. Song was written in the 70s. It's the most danceable song I've ever heard. I just heard it 3 months ago. I still can't stop listening to it. It's amazing. Everybody needs to go listen to it. Again, listen to it 1,000 times, never get tired of it. Absolutely love it. William DeVaughn, if you have other hits out there, you're still alive, please write them. Number 7, Save Me by Saint Motel.
Don't cry, sweet baby. You're the one who saves me. Tell me how we first met.
Yeah, so I actually got the privilege to see this song being performed live. Absolutely loved it. It was one of the few times I've seen a live performance and I got misty-eyed listening to it. There's something about the song that reaches down into the depths of my soul and just really speaks to me. And that's really all I can say about it, except it's a lovely, lovely song. Number 6, I Love You by the Climax Blues Band.
Since then, I never look back. It's almost like living a dream. And ooh, I love you.
The perfect love song. What else is there to say? Number 5, Ventura Highway by America. Again, another song that I got the privilege to see live performed by the band back in 2016. Fantastic experience. This song just always fills me with such a longing to go driving down a coastal highway late at night in a convertible with the top down, with my hair blowing back. It just gives me such a feeling of freedom that no other song gives me. And I don't know, I just associate it with nothing but positivity and happy feelings. And I guess that's why I like it so much. Number 4, The Great Gig in the Sky by Pink Floyd. This song, never before has a wordless song evoked such an emotional response from me. Claire Torrey's vocals are that of a goddess. It is such a shame that that woman has basically done nothing else. I don't know how she did this one track and then floated away into obscurity, because that woman should be, still to this day, the most celebrated vocalist of her generation. And the only thing that anyone knows her from is this one song. And that's why she's famous. And that speaks to her character, her vocal character, that she could have done this one song and have it make all the difference in the world. That she's now up there with the top female vocalists of all time. And everyone knows that. She's able to communicate so much more in a few minutes of her just singing these notes than any lyrics can, and it's amazing. Number 3, Invisible Chains by Raul Midon.
When I was a little boy, vivid dreams were my favorite toys. Sweet music set me free. I'd close my eyes to see the invisible chains.
Raul's just an amazing success story. The fact that he's been blind since he was an infant and is still one of the most talented guitar players in the world today. Just an incredible prodigy. And there were, again, a lot of songs for me to choose from. I love his style. I love that he plays the guitar while mouthing the trumpet at the same time. And his lyrics are always so deep and interesting to listen to. There's something about Invisible Chains that speaks to my life philosophy so well that it just resonated with me. And I think that everyone should listen to that song. If they think they can't do something, they should listen to the song Invisible Chains and realize anything is possible. Number 2, Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles. Yeah, for some reason this Beatles song is not as well known as a lot of the other big ones like Let It Be or Something or Yesterday or Hey Jude. But this one definitely deserves its place in Beatles history. And this is the one that I personally love the most. I truly love this song. When I first heard it in 2017, I had a random Beatles playlist on at work, and I was doing stuff, writing stuff down, and someone comes in to start a conversation with me, and I remember not being able to pay attention to what they were saying because this song was playing in the background. And I told them, I'm sorry, could we finish this conversation later? Because I was so taken over by this song that nothing else was going to take my attention. So then I started it over, put my headphones on, and listened to it intently while not focusing on anything else. And I remember nearly being moved to tears. I mean, this song is just so good. I truly can't describe to you what the song means to me. And it's not even really saying that much. It's, the lyrics aren't that deep, but there's something about the music of it and the keyboard solo that just, it gets me every time, and it'll never get old. Just go listen. Stop listening to me talk about it and just go listen to it. And my number 1 favorite song of all time is 10 Years Gone by Led Zeppelin. gosh. Ugh. I still, like, most of the time I listen to it, I can't get to the end of it. I get so overwhelmed by its power. When I first heard it, I had to pull over and cry because I couldn't keep driving. It was so beautiful. Every time it just leaves me speechless. I can't even tell you how much the song means to me. It's one of the most beautiful compositions it is the most beautiful composition I've ever heard. And I don't see how anything will ever dethrone it.